All right, guys, quick lesson on some more angles with, some shapes like triangles and things like that. Our learning target for today is that I can apply my knowledge of angle relationships to find angles and triangles. Didn't spell triangles right, but that's okay. So the first one I want to take a look at is this guy right here. Really, you can answer everything on here from what we've done over the last couple days. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to pause it and try to figure out all the other angles in here, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And after you've had a chance to do that, unpause it, and we'll talk about how to get all the different angle measures. So go ahead and do that. All right, hopefully that was enough time for you to pause it. So let's take a look at angle A. First thing I notice about angle A is that it's vertical to that one. So that's 55 degrees. How about angle B? Well, it's obviously vertical to that one. So that's 65 degrees. How about angle C? C is the first one that I think is a little bit tougher. The way that I would have done it is I would have noticed that there's a pit to the Z in here, and that B and C are equal to each other, so C should also be 65 degrees. And that's definitely not the only way of doing it. You could have corresponded some things down or something like that. How about D? Again, if you follow that pit to the Z one, I said to a couple classes yesterday that the pit to the Z is pretty important, that angle D is also 60. And then how about angle E? Well, if angle D is 60, what does that say about D and E? Aren't D and E a straight line? So is that going to be 120? So angle E is 120. Angle F is vertical to D, so that one is 60. And again, that's not the only way that one could have been done. Angle F could have been done a different couple ways. If you were confused by this, don't worry. This is really what today is all about. In fact, the place I got this from was from those iReady books. And they said it a little bit nicer, actually. They sort of walked us through it instead of me just saying, go ahead and try it yourself. So like they actually told you vertical angles for A and B. So for A, you should have known that one was vertical. For B, you should have known that one was vertical. So that's 65. And then alternate interior for C and D. So let's take a look at C and D. So if it's alternate interior, that's the pits of the Z. So C should have been 65. D should have been 60. All right. So here's something that I really can't stand, and I guess a couple spots start using this lingo right here. Same side interior angles. So usually we look at something like that. If it's on the same side, it's right there and right there. You guys see how that one's small and that one's big? They're obviously not equal to each other. They're equal to 180. So what they want you to do for that is go 180 minus 60. And that's really what we did. I said supplementary before instead of same side. But you end up getting 120. What's another way? That's what I was saying, the whole supplementary to D thing. And then F, they say corresponding. I would have used vertical to D instead. And either way, that's going to be 60. And again, that's really what today is all about. Trying to see different angle relationships and weird shapes like that. Like this one right here. Here's another one. So again, why don't you guys try to pause it, try these on your own, and then in a second here I'll go over how to do it. All right, so let's take a look. So if angle 2 is 62, angle 3 is 73. What do you guys know about 1? 1 shouldn't be that bad. Shouldn't 1 be a straight line with that? So 180 minus 62 minus 73. I'm definitely going to need a calculator for that. 180 minus 62 minus 73 gives me 45. So angle 1 is 45 degrees. And I'm assuming there's going to be some pits of the Z in 4 and 5. So 4 and that one go together, which I think 1 and that one are both 45. So angle 4 is 45. You also could have corresponded that down on top of that one. And then angle 5 is an easy pits of the Z with that 62. What they're trying to get at here is that this shape in angle size is equal to a straight line, because 2 can move down to 5 and 1 can move down to 4. What shape did I just make in red right there? Obviously is a triangle. And everyone should know that a triangle is 180 anyways. Like, that's not that new to us. So really, that's what they're going to try to talk about here. They're, in fact, even going to try to force some dumb things. That's what this question is them trying to force something dumb on why a triangle is equal to 180. So it says, which reasoning proves that angle 4 is 45 degrees? Why is that one 45 degrees? And if you look at it, it says 2 and 5 are alternate interior angles. 2 and 5 definitely are alternate interior angles. 5 is also 62. The sum of the measures of 3, 4, and 5 equals 180, which is true. And 2 and 5 is 124. Therefore, 4 is 56. So let's see what the heck that even means, because that's a lot. So, well, didn't we already say that 4 is 45? So why would 4 be 56? That's pretty silly. I don't really understand that one. 2 and 5 are corresponding angles. We already said that they're alternate interior, so that's silly. 1 and 5 are alternate interior angles. 1's on the outside, so that's not good. So it's got to be D, since 2 and 5 are alternate interior angles. So this is the type of stuff that they're going to try to like throw at you guys to really just puzzle your way through it. Here's another one that I found that's really, really similar. The big thing I notice here is that this is going to be 180, X, A, and Y, and then C, B, and A is also equal to 180, and that's, I think, exactly what A says. A, B, and C is equal to 180. Again, they're just trying to get us to see that triangles add up to make 180 degrees. I've even seen questions to where they ask you which set of angles make a triangle. And let's take a look at those, and then we're done with these notes. Like I said, this one's sort of quick. So all they need you guys to do here is add up all 3 angles and see which one equals 180. That's it. So if I go to A and try to add up 2, 67, and 33, feel free to do it on a calculator. 2 plus 67 plus 33. I think most of us can use common sense, though, and see that that's not equal to 180. That one was 102. Instead of filling out all these, does anyone know which one they think it is? I'm thinking it's going to be either B or C. Let me check C. C looks better. I could be wrong, though. Plus 42 plus 36. That one's 180, so it's definitely C. Why? Because when you add up all 3 of those, it equals 180. Okay? So can you guys try? I think I have 1 or 2 down here. I think I have 2 down here. And then we got some final thoughts, and then we're done. All right. So let's try these. Number 1. Which ones are really, really silly? I think D is really, really silly. I think that's like the only really, really silly one. Let's try A. 13 plus 22 plus 135. 170, not that one. 32 plus 51 plus 97. 180. That one works. Does C work? 10 plus 25 plus 155. Nope, 190. I think I messed up on one of these and I made 2 of them equal to 180. I think I did that on number 2. So taking a look at it, which one looks silly? I don't think any of them look that silly, I guess. 22 plus 61 plus 97 equals 180. We already knew that one's equal to 180, so that one works. They won't give you one that has more than 1. Again, I mess up. It happens. Actually, how about this? I know that this is 5 and 3, and that makes 8. Doesn't end in 180. This one's 8 and 8. That makes 16, so it's not 180. I think this one also works. All right, so all angles in a triangle add up to 180. Corresponding angles are in the same spot. What I mean by that, that's upper left. That's also upper left. Those are corresponding. To be alternate interior, they need to be on the inside. And that's it. Thanks for watching.